Ball Deluxe. Chalk up.
Everything from overlanding in your stock rig to full-on LS-powered 2 buggies on stickies. This is the Total Offroad Podcast. I'm your host, Steve. What? I'll tap on the table if I want to. It's my table.
Unbelievable. You get mad when everybody else taps on the table, and then you tap the table, and you're like, but it's my podcast. I'll do what I want to. And that's staying in, by the way.
No,
what did you say?
We got to start over.
Did you get the whole intro?
I didn't get my whole name out.
Oh, I was already giving you shit.
Do the same thing you did.
Fuck it, let's send it.
Let's do it again. We'll do a new intro.
Action.
Don't even. Yeah,
Here, you want me to do this?
Ready? There you go. Everything from overlanding in your stock rig to full-on LS-powered 2 buggies on stickies. This is the Total Offroad Podcast. I'm Steve Summers.
And I'm Ian Boyce, and this is episode 8, where we do what we want.
Episode 8.
8
Ball Deluxe.
Yep. So I was listening to, I think it's a lot of Pandora this week.
Okay.
And they kept having a lot of.
I didn't hear no Pandora.
I was supposed to, but
never heard of Pandora.
Somebody was giving me shit to listen to, but I neglected his advice.
All right.
So I heard a lot of Howard Stern apparently is now on Pandora.
Oh, really?
And so you can listen to all of Howard Stern's work on Pandora. So
is it
now.
No longer on Sirius XM?
I think it's on Sirius XM, but I think now it's also on Pandora.
Oh, I guess I'll let everybody know that we forgot in studio with us today, the Cummins crawler, Matt Mansfield himself. You guys heard him mentioned on probably every single episode prior to this.
True story.
He's actually home. He's not on the road right now. So we brought him in studio and he's just listening in. Live. I don't even know if his mic's on. His mic's on, but we got it turned down. So that's okay. We'll bring him in here after a while. Back to the things. You were listening to Pandora. Listening to
Howard Stern. So his intro, hey now. I'm like, man, so I read something about like you should have a strong, like memorable intro. I'm like, man, we need something because eventually we're going to get tired of coming up with dumb shit on like lucky number episode 7. You know, we're going to have to come up with something like, hey now. Like you say that and you hear it and you're like, that's fucking Howard Stern. I know exactly who that is.
I feel like the everything from overlanding in your stock rig. I feel like that. I don't know.
It's not Howard Stern enough.
Yeah. Well, I haven't been doing it for 25 years. So yeah.
That's all I got.
Compare my episode 8 to episode 10 billion
I don't actually know. I would like to know how many like episodes he's done.
All of them.
He's a hell of a
done
guy.
all of the episodes.
I'd like to know. We'll have to look it up.
Okay.
I'm going to write it down.
Look it up for me.
So this one, I don't really have like a topic that like lockers or something we want to talk about.
You don't put that on the poll?
What?
Put on the poll like how many episodes has Howard Stern done?
Oh.
Write that down.
I'm just going to look it up.
Get your bic. No,
I put my pen away, so I want to
put it on the poll. Oh, gosh.
All right, make a poll.
Fucking this mic cable got me. I'm going to put it on the poll on this day when this comes out.
Tuesday.
Howard Stern.
What is that, a poll?
I'm writing it down. Hold on. Huh? So on our IG, on Total Offroad Podcast, on Instagram.
I've never done a poll.
I'll put a poll up on the story. Yep. And then that story, like you'll be able to go on there and like click whatever options I give you. So I'll probably pick a random number and then I'll pick like the actual number.
So it's kind of like the have you listened to the podcast episode, yes or no, just with more options.
Yeah.
Okay. I've never done a poll on Instagram yet.
Yeah, we can do a poll on there.
Okay.
Yep. Cool. Put it on the poll.
So again, no topic for this week. Most people are at KOH, which is where I wish we were, but we're here doing podcast stuff.
I hate this pen. This pen sucks.
It's too sharp. Too fine of a tip. It's probably a like 7 out of 9.
I don't know. It's all of it. It's a 0.38.
Ooh.
G2. What does that mean?
I don't know.
Okay. Anyway, put it on the poll. Got it written down here.
Yep. Poll question.
Okay.
So something I do want to talk about that I think you're excited about when I bring this up. There's been a picture of a single seat buggy on some, and I'm going to do finger air quotes for people.
They're not correct.
Shirt tires.
Nope. Wrong.
And so I
got called out. Did you see I got called out?
I had done the research before you got called out. I think it was Magrum 11 posted that they're like, all right, internet,
these aren't shirt tires.
Not shirt tires. And then I don't remember. I don't remember.
So I can't get to my phone. It's on the charger.
I'll look it up in a minute.
Okay.
But they posted a picture to go with Madram 11's post of the sidewall, and no bullshit is their name stamped in the sidewall as tire to back up the fact that it's their own tire.
They said it's their own molds. Yep. They're private molds. It's similar to a Sherp tire, but it has a different the paddles that go across the top apparently are different than your regular Sherp tire. I don't care who makes it,
so
or what it
cool.
is. That thing's fucking
Hold on.
beautiful.
The fact to me that they went out and molded their own knockoff is so much. Anybody can bolt on shirt tires. Nobody
guess
has,
so.
but
Yeah.
you could.
Oh,
but they
yeah.
went out and molded their own.
and sold them.
I think it's awesome.
I'm so ready to see that thing run on trail.
Much more. Dude's doing the shootout with it. Just an FYI.
That's my mind blowing.
Monday
I'm
night.
so excited. Monday night
Shootout.
We'll probably run some live video because I think we're gonna do a
Watch party.
watch party. Yep. Maybe not so much a watch party online, but maybe not. I don't know. That sounds like a cool thing on Facebook.
We'll tune it in. We'll tune you into our party.
If I can figure out how to do it between now and sorry, you guys won't. This is after that.
The shootout has happened. Thanks for tuning in to our watch party. Nobody tuned in.
Nobody knew about it.
No,
Okay, we'll push it on the gram and we'll push it everywhere else.
It'll be out
This
there.
is more reason for you guys to go follow our Instagram page.
Thanks for tuning into the watch party. Those who have tuned into the watch party that has happened.
That has not yet already happened.
This is going to be a good episode.
That's exactly right.
It's like a bi-week
This could be a good
filler episode. It's a bi-week filler episode.
So, we started a Facebook page.
We did. I hate it. I hate so much more social media.
No, you love it.
Oh, it's all
love it.
all the socials.
Okay, Total Off-Road Podcast on Facebook. It's a page. Go like it. We're going to be doing some giveaways there. It's just going to be a nice pairing with our Instagram page. So you guys can check that out. We just had a lot of people come to us and asking for a Facebook page. So we figured it was the next step to do that. We're probably going to have some more social media stuff popping up, more platforms because Gary V.
There's always more out there.
Don't
go down the rabbit hole.
Don't go down the rabbit hole.
Speaking of rabbit holes, let's back up for a minute. It is Twin Stick Off-Road.
Oh, yeah. Twin Stick Off-Road. That's who
Twin
makes
Stick
them.
Off-Road.
Yeah, thanks for looking that up.
Like I said,
I'm so excited.
Madrim 11 has a post about it.
You think
with
I can
some pictures?
You think I can put those on Loki?
So going back a couple episodes, do you think that'll fit on my XJ? Can I fit those on my XJ?
I think it's only one
I
episode.
was going a shout out to who you are.
113.
Check him out.
Make
Make sure you listen to his episode if you haven't listened to it. There's a lot of good info that
there's
was
so
on
much
that.
information on there.
Yep.
Check
that out.
So, what else did you do this week?
Oh hell. King of Hammers is this week.
No, what did you do last week?
What did I do last week?
No, well, yeah, what did you do last week?
Last week.
Yeah, I don't care about what's coming up.
I got the dash done.
Yeah.
Now, I don't want to say done. Done's a lie. That's a lie. I'm sorry for lying to the listeners. The dash is framed out. My plan is to do, it's basically just like a 3/4 inch square tube frame. So I got it frameworked all out. And then I'm going to sheet metal the whole thing. And I think I've decided, but I haven't committed to like welding everything up solid, doing a little Bondo bodywork, make it look like real nice.
Yeah.
I figured I had done that much body work on the fenders, on the front fenders. You might as well take your time and make it look nice.
Yeah. So you are going to Bondo the dash?
Yeah.
And make it look good? Or like put, filler?
Just a skim coat over the whole thing. I mean, if you weld the corners up solid and then grind them flat, just a skim of Bondo will make it look like one solid piece.
Is
of
it
sheet
bolted
metal.
in or welded in?
It's going to be welded in.
Nah.
I don't have a reason to make it bolt in.
Because the dash panel itself comes out?
Yep.
So.
And you'll be able to get open. I didn't make it.
The only reason I was
underneath.
thinking like to bolt it in instead of weld it in is then you could pull it out, block the filler, and then have it like have it do a prime on it.
Well, the thing is, it's kind of a 2-for-1 because I'm getting the windshield replaced in it.
Right.
Because I broke it a couple times in the fab process, plus some weld spatter. So the plan is to have the windshield fellow come over and pull the window out once I get the dash, like the front sheet metal done to contour the windshield, because there's no actual lip on the S10. Like my Toyota had a lip, so you could line it up to that lip, and then you would know where the glass would go to. This does not. So I'm going to use it to contour it, and then I'm going to have him come by, pull the windshield out, throw it in the dumpster, leave it out, and then I'll be able to get to everything.
I like it.
Sand it, prime it through the windshield opening, through the cab, all that. Because it's got the doors off of it.
Get it fully painted, and then you're ready to put a windshield in.
Yep. And then just when I get everything else done, because I'm going to do the EXO, is going to go over the top of the glass. Well, it won't go over the top of the glass, but it'll go over the top of the glass. You just have to tune in to see what that means. But it'll go in a way that you can put a windshield in. So you can change the windshield when or if you break out the windshield.
I'll be interested to see how that pans out. Maybe use some styling cues off that for Loki.
I
Want to
got
do the
some
hybrid
ideas.
cage on it.
Because that's the thing. You're going to chip your windshield. You're going to break your windshield.
Oh,
Whatever. I want to be able to replace the windshield.
Yep. You're going to break it for
Why
sure.
do you keep a windshield in something if you don't give a shit about the windshield? You either give a shit or you don't. So
Or
if
you
you're
take
going
it
to give a shit, you need to make it removable because
Right.
eventually it's going to get broken.
That makes sense.
So
Yeah.
I got a neat trick plan for that. But the dash, it's all framed out. Just need to skin it with sheet metal. That was my weekly goal, was to get it framed out, at least done. And then I actually skinned it with cardboard. I was having a hard time visualizing it.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, it's just a bunch of square tube. It's not really, horribly stylish. It's just kind of, gusseted and all that to make it rigid.
Right.
And I was like, I'm going to skin this with cardboard. And then you sit there and you go, oh, yeah.
When I got here,
idea.
when I got over here earlier, and you were like, "I'm gonna throw some shoes on so we can take off." I'm like, "All right, cool. I'm gonna go out in the garage and see what you did this week." And I went out there and hopped in that seat, and I looked at the dash. Like when I hopped in, I was like, "Oh yeah, that looks awesome."
That's probably the first time you've seen the seats mounted too.
Yeah, that's everything. Yeah,
Yeah, seats are mounted in, bolted in.
you got a lot done
welded
since
in,
last time. I'm gonna talk over you the whole time.
Well, that's fine. That brings me to another interesting tip
Tip.
that I saw.
Just the tip. Can we
the
steal that?
Somebody will probably
Is
sue
that
us for
copyrighted?
that. Somebody will get offended. Somebody's going to sue us. We're going to have to shut this shit down over the tip.
You think Mike and Max's will sue us if we use just the tip?
We say
steal it from them.
The tip.
Just the tip.
Just
That's
the
their
tip.
segment.
We'll just spell it with different letters or something, capitalize different
So anyway,
letters,
you
and
got
it's
a
the
tip.
same thing. So the tip of the day, I was looking. What was it on? I think it was on Instagram. I was looking through some stuff and I'm not going to say who it was.
No.
Maybe.
Okay.
I don't know.
Try not
I don't
to.
know if they want to know
Yep.
or want me to steal their secret, but I'm going to steal the shit out of it. It's a video. But
They put it on the internet. It's over.
It was in a private group.
Oh.
But it wasn't
Whatever.
It's just not horribly
Spit it out, boy. What is it?
confidential. So he used in the rear two bolts of his seats, used a quick pin.
Uh-huh.
And so you can flip the seat up. Obviously, you're confined with how far forward your belts will slide.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, he was only lifting the seat up 5 or 6 inches, and put
That's
the toe
awesome.
strap and stuff underneath the seat.
Genius.
Because the bottom
and
of the floor.
You've got a whole back. You've got an extra cab. So
Yep.
well now.
So obviously, you're not going to be able to flip the whole seat forward.
That's
'cause
pretty cool.
Your back belts go through your seat, but you can move that seat forward 6 inches before
Yeah.
you run out of belt.
Oh yeah. And then you roll it forward 6 inches and then pop it forward, pop it up. It really gives you access back there.
Gives
If
you
got anything
access
back there,
to
you
grab
need
a
to
tool
get,
bag or something
Yeah.
like that behind there. So
That's really awesome.
I don't know how I feel about it from a safety standpoint.
Is it double shear?
Mine is not. No,
I would
don't
maybe
think
try
theirs
to make
is.
it
I
double
don't
shear.
notice. I didn't notice if there's.
That's fine.
But I mean,
but if you're worried about safety, I would try to make it double shear.
I just don't want to shear a pin off.
I think the pins are rated higher than that.
The higher, probably,
I mean-
probably at least the size of bolt.
I would think grade 8.
I don't know.
What do you think, Matt?
Depends on what size pin you're using.
This is true.
Well, see, I feel like if you get a comparable size,
If it's a 1-inch pin, you're not going to shear it.
because you don't want that. It's probably half inch.
Oh yeah, you're
But
not
you
going to
don't
mess that
want
up.
to. You want to match the whole size of the pin. That way
But-
your seat's not moving. Forward
Yes,
and backwards
but
a
if
little bit.
you double shear it, you're not going to break that.
yeah, I could
No,
always add an extra
you don't weigh
tab on
enough.
that.
You could roll that damn thing down a hill and still not break that.
That's a plan.
Yep.
So
I like
yeah,
that.
I thought
That's
that was a
cool.
badass idea.
Hell yeah.
I mean, you could always use it so when you get there, you pull the pin out for the trailer hitch, put it in your seat, then go 4-wheeling. But you need to remember to put that back in.
That'd be my problem. I forget to put it back in. I brought back the steering wheel for the rig. Oh yeah, and the trailer pin, so I can at least take my empty trailer home when I leave my shit at the bottom of the hill. Oh,
There's gonna be
shit.
2 guys that are gonna laugh their butts off when they hear that.
I love when inside jokes are dropped. They're like 4 people will get this. It's like our can we fit short tires on an XJ? There'll be like 3.5 people get that.
At least.
Everybody else will go.
It'll be at
"Oh, I
least
kinda
4.
get it." 4?
Minimum 4. Yeah. Well, Shelby.
Okay.
He'll get it.
So 3.5.
He'll pick it up.
Yeah.
He'll definitely now pick it up.
You'll get it now. Newsflash. If he doesn't get it now, we got a problem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. If that's the case, he's going to forget a lot more stuff too.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
So, what else do I got? Oh, I got the seats are done.
Yep.
Dash is pretty well framed out.
Nice.
I really kind of want to buy a new bender die for
You wanna-
that 3/4 inch square tube so I can roll
Oh.
that bottom piece on the
So,
dash
okay,
to make
you
it
would
curve.
had hinted towards this. What are you talking about? What bottom piece?
So when
The
you're
bottom-
looking at the dash and you're sitting in
Yep.
the seat looking at the dash, there's the panel that the dash
Yep.
gauge will bolt to.
Mhm.
That bottom piece. Like if
You
you,
wanna-
picture that as a U,
Oh,
I want to roll that in a bender, bend it 90-degree
I
angles to get
gotcha.
a really nice clean corner.
Mm-hmm.
How much is that worth to you though?
About 50 to a hundo.
That's what I'm saying. A die I think is like a couple $100 for the Rogue Fab die.
But it's
bender.
just one piece. What are you going to do after that?
Well, that's
How
why
are your entire floor
I
is going
feel
to be
like
made out
I
of
could also
three-quarter.
use it in the floor too.
Yep.
So I don't know. I'm right on that edge of
Do it.
commitment.
Do it. Do it.
Do it.
Do it.
Do it. Do it. Do it. I might.
Do it. Okay.
The nice thing is, I don't know, and I haven't looked it up in a while. The smaller tube sizes, and they do square and round, but the smaller sizes, they're so small
Mhm.
that you get two sizes on the same die.
So you get like half and three-quarter or three-quarter and one or something like that?
Something like that, but
Okay.
yeah.
On
So
the,
it's
like only on the squares or on the round too?
both.
Oh,
It's all based on size
Because
because
it
it's
gets
so
so
small that you
right.
can stuff two of them on the same die. So essentially, it's like I think it's like $300
Mhm.
for the follower and the like I don't know what the fucking technical term the one and the other part A and part B.
the
whatever.
dice set.
Yeah, the set is like $300 something like that. But on the smaller ones, you get two sizes. So it's kind of a half. Not that I need the other size
Right.
or whatever.
But you might use it. If it's three-quarter and one, that's awesome
Yeah, if
because
you got it, you're
one,
gonna use it.
1x1 square tube is pretty common.
Yep.
I built the entire bag of Loki out of 1x1. So that would have been bitching if I'd have had that. I would have definitely done some different stuff.
Yep.
Yep.
Well, and that's one thing that I do
So let's
think.
go back in time. You order that and give it to me
Rewind.
now.
That's one thing I wish I would have done, and I don't know, it pays through with anything in a build or tool wise. Spending money the first time.
What's that saying you always tell me?
Buy
Do it.
buy once, cry twice.
That's negative. That's not how it goes.
Well, when it gets expensive, it does. Usually it's buy
fine.
once, cry once.
There
Well, I
you
gotta
go.
cry twice for some of my shit that I buy.
I
But
don't
like,
think $300 is a cry twice.
when I bought the bender, because I feel like, especially now with Rogue Fab, they're doing some killer packages with their dies. So they do I think they do a master, I think it's called like a master set where you get like 5 or 6 dies, the bender, a cart, whatever. You know what I did? I bought my bender. This was I don't even know how many years ago it was. 7 or 8 years
Just
ago.
a while ago, yeah.
As I've had it for a while.
You've had it for a while.
I think they're on the 3rd or 4th version since the
Can
one
you
that I
send
bought.
yours in and get a new one?
So I actually
Here, take this one back. It's old. I need the revised
funny
version.
story. I dropped the bender one day.
Oh, no.
It went shit side up and bent one of the main die pieces of that or the bender plates. And I messaged him. I was like, so drop my bender and it's broke. It was just bent a little bit.
Yep.
It was a pain in the ass trying to get a part for that
Oh,
model because it was like 3 or 4 versions ago.
that sucks.
Got taken care of.
Yeah.
But it wasn't like oh yeah, we've got it right here. They're like, dude, if this was like current version, it's no problem.
Yeah.
But
Since
I was
it's the
like,
old version.
well, I can't bitch because it's been 8 years since
Yeah.
I bought this and
So
I have
what-
had no problem.
So what they do? They just cut you a new piece when they had an opportunity.
I got taken care of.
Cool.
Yep.
Well, that's good. That's
So
all
I
that really
wouldn't-
matters.
Yeah, it wasn't a problem or anything. It
So,
just
yeah.
wasn't like, oh yeah, no problem. Here you go. It was like, oh, hold on, let's check on that.
It was
And
like
then
it was like no problem.
It was,
but-
yeah, it wasn't, yeah.
They didn't
So it
throw a fit
wasn't
about it. Like,
problem
well,
at
it's not.
all.
We're not going to ship it
Nope.
today.
They're great, Joey.
Cool. I like
Joey
that.
with Rogue Fab, real
Yep.
nice guy.
What else we going to talk
What
about?
was I talking about with this stupid ass bit? Oh, so I was going somewhere with this fucking roundabout story.
Oh, sidetracked again.
So
right.
when I bought my bender like 8 years ago,
Yes.
that shit's paid for itself times over.
Right.
You get all kinds of people like bend me some shock hoops or bend me this for a bumper
didn't-
or whatever. No
Wait,
problem.
hold on.
It's paid for.
It did not pay for the tubing that you've trashed.
Oh, trash a lot too. Fuck. If they could make like plastic tube that you could like practice spin.
Oh, that'd be great.
Shit. Yeah.
Can we make that?
No.
Yes.
Tubing's expensive. when
No,
you
we
fuck
should
it
make
all up.
plastic
I got a
tubing that we can
pile
rebend.
of tubing out there that I fucked up that
Erector
you just
bender.
keep and use for little gussets, pieces like that.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's just scrap.
Yep.
I mean,
That's what
Right.
happens when you completely just always, when you're like, not happy with that, throw it away. Start
Dumpster
over.
it. I had like a whole back half and pieces in the garage.
Throw it
Yeah.
away.
Yep.
Dumpster.
It's getting
Okay.
repurposed. But anyway, so I bought that like 8 years ago. It's well paid for itself, even if not like selling bins and stuff to people.
Yeah.
Literally for my own
You
projects.
made money off of me.
Yeah, I did.
Yep.
I don't
Not if you made money. But
I don't want to bust it off in somebody's ass when I'm like, hey buddy, I'll bend that for you. But I'm like, $5 a bend. Everybody is willing to go, yeah, I don't want to buy a bender, so here's $5 a bend.
right. Plus tubing.
And then plus
Still,
your materials and all
I
that.
told you what I needed, and you bent it perfectly.
Yep.
You're like, I'll just punch that in here to the computer, and bada bing, bada boom.
So now I think you can package BendTech with a bender from Rogue Fab.
Oh wow.
And this is just Rogue Fab. I'm not sponsored or anything. This is what I have, so I know. But at the time, I just bought a bender.
Yeah.
Now I've built a cart for it. I've built a little holder for some tools and shit on it. I've bought BendTech.
Yep.
I've actually upgraded my BendTech from, I think it was like 2D or whatever it is, now to the 3D Easy Pro or whatever it is. I would like to buy more dies. If you added all this shit up in the beginning and the cost savings, if you would have just bought their master kit that comes with a fucking badass cart with a tool rack, die storage, all this shit.
It would have been worth it.
And like 5 dies, even if you don't use those 5 dies right away, that shit will pay for it. It's like an 1 3/4 die will pay for those other 5 dies. And then you just have five free dies sitting there.
That would be
now
convenient.
I've got to go spend $300. I'm like, do I really need that? Like my seats, I could have done that at 1.5 inches.
Yep.
But I'd have to buy a die.
A die. It's worth it though.
It adds $300.
Even if you
my
have to
cost.
buy a die, it's still worth it. I mean,
it is. It's just,
but it's money.
fuck it. I'm just going to do that 1 3/4 because I
Right.
have the material and I have that.
And
It's
the
just a
die.
little bit bigger.
Yeah. Well, we
So
can do
buy it once and cry twice, and then you just profit with a badass bender.
right.
But
What do you
I don't
think?
know. It's like the bender wars with Rogue Fab and JD Squared.
I don't know. I feel like they're two different products.
That's
Like,
why
they do the
I
same
hate when
thing.
people compare them. They're like, which is better, the Rogue Fab or the JD2? Dude,
Depends on
two
what you're,
different
like-
benders.
Yeah, it depends on your style and what you want to do. Like, I don't know. I mean, I think they both do a good job.
Here's the best part.
What's the best part?
My chassis,
Yep.
JD2.
Uh-oh.
Everything else I've done on my chassis, Rogue Fab. And you know which one you can tell after it's bent and painted is what?
Neither.
You can't. You know what you can fuck up on a JD2? Bends. You know what you can fuck up on a Rogue Fab? Bends.
Yep.
You know why it gets fucked up? It's not the bender's fault.
Yep.
I hate people. That's one of the biggest
should've got
complaints
JD
with the Rogue Fab bender is that it'll wrinkle the inside tube wall.
Really?
And it will. I've done it many a times.
Okay.
You know why it does it?
Why?
Dirty tube.
Uh-huh.
Your front clamp block is not tight enough, so it slips through the bend. So
Okay.
as you're bending it, it goes dut, 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 and it slips just a slight
The
bit.
front clamp
Yep.
that ties into
what,
the bender.
That's what pulls it around the die.
Oh, and it's slipping.
And it just slips we're talking like a 64th of an inch or something.
Yeah,
like
but it's slipping.
I've put Sharpie marks on it and you can barely tell that it's moved. It'll wrinkle all the shit out of that pipe.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Because it just slips just that much.
Yep.
But if you leave your tube outside and there's rust
on it?
and then I have actually taken tube. I've had a problem where it'll wrinkle wall one and you're like, ooh, didn't get that clean enough. I'll clean the next one way better.
Yep.
Still clean the shit out with some Scotch-Brite.
Yep.
Still wrinkle walls it. Here's the
Can you
solution.
lube it?
You can lube the shit out. It doesn't make a difference.
Okay.
My solution, because when you Scotch-Brite that, it takes the rust and the slight like oxidation buildup on the tube off. It doesn't take off whatever the fuck the coating is originally on the tube.
Oh.
So you want to take it down to bare steel because honestly, bare steel to that aluminum clamp block is the best cohesional bond you're going to get.
Cohesional bond.
Made that
Is
shit
that a
up.
word?
If you wouldn't have called it out, everyone's like, that guy's a fucking genius.
I don't know. He might be.
I just
I'm
made it
asking.
up. Don't fact check us on that because it sounds too cool to be bullshit.
Right. The cohesional bond between
that's
aluminum and all
best.
steel.
That's the best bond you're going to get to keep it from slipping. And you know what that does? Instantly cures. Like I'm not talking different batch of tubing. I'm talking the same fucking stick of tube.
So you don't clean. You don't clean. You're saying bare metal, not the whole like stretch of that you're bending in bare metal, just where the clamp clamps.
Yep.
Make sure it's super clean.
Super clean.
Just like you're going to weld it or TIG it.
Yep.
Cool.
And then lube the shit out of it.
And then lube the bend.
Yeah, lube it on their follower die,
Yeah.
that center thing or whatever the fuck it's technically called. I think the follower is actually the back one.
Yeah, on the actual mandrel.
Yeah, the center die.
Mandrel? Yeah.
I don't really know. I don't need to know. I just push the button and it bends too. Bend button.
I'm not a smart guy,
Yeah,
but I can get
I
shit
get
done.
her done. Now we're getting sued for get her done too.
This episode's cost us so much money.
Yeah, our budget. No more giveaways, folks. We got to pay pending lawsuits.
But I mean, if you get sued, but you actually get that phone call,
Well,
I'll pay the money, but let me talk to the man.
Can you believe there's
Talk
some
to the man.
some lawyer is listening to our podcast? Like, let's get him on the podcast. Joe Dirt's on our podcast.
Listen, oh, there goes again.
Yeah.
Damn it. Gee.
Well, if we're gonna let's fucking sue them all. You know what I mean?
Get them all in here. Hell, call them all out.
That'd be a hell of a selfie. So, but yeah, that's
Look,
if
I'll
you
pay
clean.
your lawsuit, but I want a picture.
We're gonna need one Snapchat selfie, and that's all we're getting. We're gonna share the shit out of it.
2.2 mil seems legit.
Yeah, good deal. We'll get you. You take IOUs. Want a free koozie?
Got a briefcase full of them.
Got some koozies.
Oh, man.
That's what I. But that's the biggest like thing you read on the internet, and I hate. There's so much misinformation on.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I don't get on. You see the Rogue Fab versus JD2, arguments like all the fucking time, and I hate every one of them because I've only had one. I've only used one. That's all I've known. So how
right
am
there
I
with you.
How
I've
am I
only
going
used
to
one too. It's JD
comment
squared.
that JD2 is a piece of shit because my Rogue Fab is so badass?
The Model 32.
I don't know.
I used, Jake's got a JD2 Model 32 at the shop and used it to build my tube frame, my stuff for my tube frame on my Mazda project I did years ago.
Great, didn't it?
Worked fine.
Yep.
Yeah.
And that's what I mean. Like, I don't know.
I didn't like sitting going click, 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 click,
Yep.
click, 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 click. But hey, it bent the
You
tube.
got great control over it, though.
You do. Yeah. You got to dial it in just like any bender.
That's what
But,
I mean. Like,
yeah.
they're totally two different things.
It's
They've been
legit. It's
two,
like,
but
what space do you have? Do you have space sideways or upways? I feel like, because the Rogue bends it so your extra goes straight up, right?
yeah,
And the JD2 bends it. You're like, you have to have shop room.
you got to have it mounted to
You
something.
can't throw a 24-foot stick of tube into a JD squared in a one-car garage.
But what do you?
I mean, maybe you can,
My
but-
problem with that is like I got to
Can't
mount it
now.
to something.
You can now.
You can now?
After Jake put his hydraulic ram on.
Well, yeah, after you put a
Yeah.
hydraulic ram on it, you're going to have to turn his mic on if he's going to be sitting here interjecting.
We'll just turn him off, and kick him out of
Kick
here.
him out.
You don't want to
Get
be
out.
involved in this lawsuit shit show.
Put him in here.
If you stay
Split-
quiet, you're not on the lawsuit
Split
paperwork.
three ways is better. Come on, run your mouth.
We need your money.
Yeah, Jake took his JD2 and he fabbed together a hydraulic setup. So it's got an electric pump with a reservoir on it. And then he bought a ram and a foot pedal and all that
You
jazz.
can buy one from Rogue also.
He put his together for less.
Well, that's what I mean, but-
and I think who else was it that sold that? Was it?
I think you could buy it straight from JD2.
Oh, really?
I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure.
because I think they sell it.
Oh, I know
And
who
then-
you're
and
talking
then-
about. Swag.
Swag.
I got some.
Well, no,
Swag make that.
But
Swag
that's
sells
air
a
over
kit.
hydraulic.
That's air over hydraulic. Jake's
His is
full electric
straight- his
hydraulic.
is full
Electric.
electric hydraulic.
Yep. Which is awesome. You hit that thing. Matt said he whenever had a piece of tube
Mine
bent
too.
by Jake.
Bends
He's
like a
like,
mother.
he's like, oh, dude. He's like, you hit the pedal and just like, done. 90 degrees.
That's one thing I'd like to do to mine.
That'd be pretty sweet.
But I mean, again, it's just
Spend the dollars. Do it.
it's all the money.
Yeah, you're over here bitching about a like $200 die. I don't know how much you wrapped up in that thing.
You don't
$1,500
wanna
or
know.
something.
Too much. The
Maybe
way I
that's
look at it,
$1,200
the best upgrade that I'm going to need a cut off of the sales on this when it goes live. I'm going to make sure to tag him in this episode too. The best, we're going to pay for this lawsuit. The best upgrade I have bought, made, fabbed, learned, etc. for my Rogue Fab bender that, to my knowledge, they do not offer on their website. I might be wrong. Pretty sure I have never seen one. Is an air operated foot pedal.
An air operated foot pedal.
And
how'd you do
their
that?
premise for their bender is that it comes in a small box that you weld together. It was a damn fun project to weld
Yep.
together. And it used to use a Harbor Freight ram. Harbor Freight discontinued the ram. So
Yeah.
now you have to buy it from Northern Tool, which I actually, the last Harbor Freight one that somebody fucked up, myself. 'Cause that's
Somebody.
the second time.
Somebody
I
in
bought
my
one from
garage.
Northern Tool,
Uh-huh.
and I think it's a better ram
Okay.
personally.
Cool.
But it has a hand valve.
Yeah.
So I just went on like Amazon and bought like a $25 little foot operated air valve.
Yep.
Dude, you just throw a little whip air hose on that, throw
Mm-hmm.
it on the floor, plug your air hose into it, and then
Yeah.
you can run it with your foot instead of
I
using your
like
hand.
it. That sounds a lot better.
And I
Then
don't
you
know
have
why
two-
they don't sell
Then you have
that.
two free hands, one to hold a beer and one to hit the gram.
You want the best part?
What's the best part?
Rogue Fab Benders.
Yes.
God, we should get sponsored by them.
Rogue
after
Fab
this.
Benders.
Let me say it again. Rogue Fab Benders.
Best benders on the market.
With 2 bottle openers built into the.
I was watching one of the videos where he was like sitting back. He's like, "Can you do this with other benders?" With quote unquote other benders, and he's like kicked back, feet up on the table, like he's got the thing locked down, so it's just sitting there bending the tube. He's like drinking a beer, bending the tube. I'm like, sure can't.
Cannot. Now, should you be drinking beer? That's probably why I've gone through 2 hydraulic grams.
Matter of fact, you should.
But what I have was. So yeah, I don't know. Rogue Fab.
I feel like you're on the wrong.
You need to get a thing going, but
Listen,
it's just a $20 little thing. Best upgrade ever.
I think you're on the wrong podcast if you think you shouldn't be drinking a beer while operating.
I'm just saying, drinking a beer and not fucking stuff up. That's the goal here.
Matt's looking all over the room, got me looking like, what's going on? What's behind me?
He's just checking out the studio.
What's going on? I don't know.
He's just checking it out.
Checking out the studio.
Checking it out. And
It's
you're
close.
like, whoa.
Thought something was coming to get me.
I'll let you know.
I'll take my
eyes
jacket
looking
off. It's
real
getting hot in
wide.
here.
I'll be like, that's that guy. It's about like the cop walking
He's
in.
next,
We
take him.
were walking out of Walgreens, and it was like cop comes walking in like, damn it all, we come in here for some damn honey. And we're like, we didn't even do nothing.
Listen, why are you buying honey? We're trying to get sticky.
Yeah, we're getting sticky.
Since we're
Shout
throwing
out. Shout out to ding. What's his fascination with syrup?
No, and it's not really that. So I guess they went and bought the Sticky Bandit, the purple TJ.
Yes.
And Pat, this shout out to you. I know you. I think you listen. If you don't listen,
we're gonna tag you.
I'm coming for you.
We're gonna over the interwebs. We're not actually gonna come. Like it costs money to go see you, and the problem is we're pending legal problems right now.
That's a real threat.
Shit.
I'm coming for you. I mean, over the internet.
Yeah.
You heard a keyboard warrior?
But
I'm the baddest one out there.
But I'm not in my mom's basement, so it's totally okay.
Anyway, they bought the purple TJ. I guess when they went to go pick it up, it was sticky. He's like
used car, nasty as shit, sticky.
Yeah.
Okay. Not like, oh,
But
look, it's got sticky.
He's like, we took sticky and we turned it into a good thing. So
we're branding the shit out of it.
Dude, branding the shit. Have you seen the sticker company that makes their stickers?
No.
I looked their stuff up one time, and like every time I scroll on there now, like I'm scrolling through and it's one of their ads, and the sticker is one of his stickers. Like one of their stickers.
We need to get him on the podcast so we can put him on our sticker wall.
He just asked me earlier.
Let's do it.
He's like, when you want me to have me on there? I was like, well,
Speaking
probably
of
after
that,
KOH. But
we've got some badass guests lined up after KOH. We're not going to give it away.
we got people coming on.
We've got some cool guests coming
We've
up.
been talking to people.
Yeah. He's on the list of cool people.
I hope we didn't lose one of them by like ghosting them.
Fuck them. They're going to want to come on this podcast.
It sounds good to me. I like it.
Yeah. They can't not want to be
This is
involved
the
with
party
this
that you can't miss.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like it.
We got to figure out a way to sign a waiver so our guests aren't on the hook for our own legal problems now. Be on our podcast. No, we don't want anything to do with your legal problems.
No, that guy didn't have anything to do with it.
Yeah, I mean, he wasn't good.
Unless he's got a lot of money. How much money does he have?
Signed the sticky note that said he's all good.
It should be like Walmart when you like everybody gets a check.
Yeah.
Everybody gets a bill.
Here's your bill. Come on here so you can split the legal funds. Oh, don't worry. We've already got our own lawyer. It's all good. Yeah, it's all good. We've already picked the. Yeah, he knows how bad we are. But yeah, so we got some cool guests coming out. This is really just kind of a bullshit filler episode.
I don't know about that. I mean, it's an episode with us talking back and forth, and like you spit out some good information on that bender stuff.
Off on a tangent. I really had.
I don't even know how we got on to benders, but I like it.
I wrote bender die, and we got 35 minutes of Rogue Fab.
This
bender info.
This is the off the cuff episode.
Yeah,
number 8 off the cuff. But like this is off the cuff episode because we legitimately did no prep.
I got like 6.
You did prep.
I got 6 words.
I did nothing. I wrote down. Put it on the put it on the poll.
You wrote that down on the podcast.
On the podcast.
Yeah, still notes.
I wrote no notes coming into this.
Still saying we're going out with more than you came with.
I feel like off the cuff is the most fun.
That's going to be good.
So we've got.
You can't have a structured guest or a topic every week. I think that gets kind of old.
Yeah,
we got some cool, fun stuff.
Stiff.
Yep.
Yeah.
Got to have some fun every once in a while.
All the time.
Speaking of have some fun.
What do you want to do?
I heard somebody's going wheeling.
Oh, that might happen. But we got Matt in here. Do we want to like kind of like bring in the Cummins crawler? And
I don't
like
want to
chit chat it up. You don't want to?
No,
just leave him out.
I want to give him his own episode.
That sounds good.
That rig is so badass.
It needs
I'm
an entire
gonna
episode?
talk to you about it and just ignore him because he
Oh, I
doesn't
love
want
it.
to be in our legal problems.
I can answer almost all questions about it. What do you want to know?
Well, I don't want to do that. You know the rig.
Yep, I've seen it.
I know Matt. You know
Ridden in
Matt.
it.
We've all done the things with Matt. Off-road.
Well,
Dun-dun-dun-dun.
I'm not admitting to anything. Nope. That's a whole different line of legal trouble.
So now we're explicit on this episode. But I think this rig is so
Check that
badass.
box.
Yeah, ding. It's so badass. It has so much going on to it that it's not a rig that I think you can explain in a quick little let's just quick. I think we give him his own episode.
Yeah, that's fine by me.
We'll bring him
It's
back.
kind of hard to, well, I don't know. His job just got canceled, so we might be able to have him
We'll
more
track
often.
him down. We're gonna
Yeah.
start doing some phone interviews too. So
Oh,
we can
that'd be
try and
good.
be like a trial.
He and I talked about doing
Reddit.
some stuff like funk. So Matt drives a truck. He drives for a local company, but he does like a bunch of over the road stuff. And Matt and I have been friends, as you guys know, for like ever and a half.
Yeah. Well, if they listen to your intro episode,
Yeah. If you didn't listen to episode 2, stop it. Go listen to that.
it'd be a good
Why is
precursor.
why is it like 20 people behind on Ian's episode? Gosh.
Because they listened to mine and went,
When's the-
fuck these guys. We are done with that.
Like, all right,
Yeah.
now listen to that guy
Oh,
talk. I'm
wow.
going to head on to the new episodes and see
Yeah.
if they've gotten any better.
They're going to go listen to some other off-road podcast. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Shout out, shout out.
No. You come here first, and then once you've binged all of our episodes, then you go elsewhere.
They probably won't sue us, though. That's the best part. We can-
They don't have the clout.
Yeah, no, they're like, we don't even want to spend money to sue those broke
Not
assholes.
worth it.
Yes. But
They'll send us a briefcase of IOUs.
we get a sticker, at least. Maybe they'll send us a sticker.
Oh, yeah, I'll send
I'm
them a
going to
sticker.
go out there and be a guest on every podcast. I'm going to be like a traveling guest.
Traveling guest.
I'm going to get a dime piece buggy done and I'm going to be like, let's go wheel. And I'm going to be on your podcast. And then, oh, by the way, you're going to be on my podcast.
I like it.
Double podcast.
Let's do it. Okay. So,
But yeah,
what
we'll give Matt his own episode. The Cummins Crawler. It's badass.
Oh, I was talking.
Yeah.
I was saying that we both drive trucks and that we talk on the phone for like 5 hours a day. One of the reasons that he wasn't prime candidate for podcast because we'd get on here and be like, "Well, we talked about everything earlier, so now what?"
Yep. That'd be great because what we came up with is so much better. Yeah, it's wonderful. You guys don't get sued every day either, so what do you do?
Matt keeps looking behind me, and I keep like turning around, looking like, "What? What do you see? What is it?"
I'm just gonna let the burglar take you out first. Be like, all right,
Just
are you
take him.
satisfied? Are you good?
Just take him.
Yeah, you've got him. He's gone. We gave him to. We gifted him to you.
Man.
But
right,
yeah,
so-
I heard somebody's going wheeling.
Yeah, next weekend. I'm going to take Loki. We're going to load on the trailer. So I went over to Mike's the other day and
Hold
worked on
on.
it.
I have to question.
Yes, sir.
Is this going to warrant another episode about the low key fail number 2?
Stop it.
I'm just
Don't
asking.
you speak that
I
into
am
existence.
Asking for a friend.
Don't you do it. You take that back
Okay,
right now.
Now you can continue your rambling.
Thanks a lot.
Okay,
Well, there's
good.
definitely going to be a new episode now.
Hey, let me just say
got
it this
there.
way.
All 4 tires went flat. All 4 axles broke at the same
We
time.
were so confident last time. Maybe if we reverse psychology and everything's going to go to
Well.
fuck, it'll all go perfect. It's going to be epic.
If we make it to the park and it actually gets off the trailer and actually gets
But
out
it
of the
did that
parking
last
lot,
time.
out of the
Okay,
parking lot.
all right.
If it gets out of the parking lot, I'm happy.
Well,
a
you
good
replaced
start.
the entire. For those who didn't listen or didn't know, you did replace the entire connector.
Negative.
Mm,
And that's a lie. So
I thought
go
you
on.
replaced the whole connector.
Nope. Just the wire.
The one wire.
Und wire. That's the one that was broken.
So you just
Mike and I had
replaced
this
the
discussion about
end?
changing all the other ones. He's like, do the other ones count? I was like, I don't know. He's like, you should call the dealership and see if you can get a schematic for that plug. I'm like, okay. Why are you laughing?
That's
Don't
about,
make me kick
that's
you out of
about
my
the,
podcast.
that's about the horrible. No, that's a terrible idea. Call the dealer. Can I get a wiring? Yeah, $100.
Worth it.
If you want to waste my time, $100.
If you want to waste my time.
They
I
hand
will
it
not-
to you and it's in
Yeah.
German.
Yeah, and you'll go, oh shit.
I speak it as German.
I can Google that. I Googled that. Now I just pissed somebody else off.
That's fine.
God, hey,
I
take
think
a number.
I'm not gonna lie. I think we have listeners in Germany.
Good. That's
awesome.
another thing. I would love to shout out. Maybe
All
it's
the
a
countries?
bot. I don't know, but I'm taking it as somebody out in like
New
other
Zealand,
countries are like it's
England,
crazy.
UK,
It's awesome.
Australia.
If you are
a
legitimately listening, they've got Instagram there,
Oh,
right?
yeah. For sure.
Dude, tag us and I'll ship you a fucking sticker and a koozie on my dime. I don't know how much, but $65 to ship it there. I mean, that's so badass.
$65 to take a ship a
I don't know.
sticker?
When was the last
Damn.
time you shipped something to Australia?
Oh,
I don't
Put it
know.
in a shipping container?
not lately.
Hey, man.
One shipping container per
One
sticker.
shipping container sticker. You're going to big ass with a billboard. It's like a literal billboard
We
stuffed
really
in a
appreciate
container.
you.
I think it's so awesome. So yeah, let us know if you're from out of the country.
Yeah. If you're not from this country,
Please
shoot us a DM,
up. I think that'd
Instagram,
be awesome.
total_offroad_podcast.
Yep.
Okay. Back to it.
So back to wheeling.
I went over to Mike's the other night and we kind of looked it over. We fired it up. It fires up like a charm. Really, there's like nothing that needs to be done because everything was pretty well done by the time that when we took it out last time.
Yeah, which is nice.
Yeah. So I was like, I don't know. Let's just drink a beer and stand here and look at it. He's like, okay. I was like, oh, I'll mount my spring for my flag. He's like, okay, that sounds good.
Safety third.
That worked. Yeah. It was the last thing to do. And then while we were standing there, he's like, well, do you want to rewire your winch since you unhooked it before last time? I was like, well, yeah, sure. Why not?
It's not a bad option.
Wired it back to the battery. That took a little finagling. My wiring is less than desirable at the battery right now. That'll get fixed. When it fails.
Gives you something to do. Well, you can always start pulling wires off.
I don't want to do it at his house because I don't have my stuff. I don't have all my wiring stuff at his house. So when I bring it back home, I will do all new connectors, all new crimps, solders. Like I'll do it like full on.
For the record, you'll forget and I'll forget, but I'm telling you now so that the listeners know that I told you and offered this. I did buy,
They'll remind me,
6-8 months ago, whatever, a really badass mobile crimper for battery cables.
So like, is it like a hydraulic like pump crimper?
No, it's a U pumper.
What? Huh?
It's like, looks like a big ass pair of bolt cutters.
Yeah.
But it's got interchangeable dies so you can change it for the size.
And it has like a hydraulic, like you pump it up, but it's like hydraulic.
No, it's literally looks like some fucking bolt cutters that you just like. I didn't spend that much money on it.
Yeah. Well, we got one at the shop.
Well,
it's hydraulic.
Okay. Well,
and it has like the stamp. It's like the stamps and has all the size dies.
Battery cable falls out and you'll go, man, I wish I would have used Ian's awesome shit.
What a dick.
Hey.
Well, if my battery cable falls out, then Cummins Crawl over here is not going to have steering either. So
what happened?
So, yep, we wired the winch back up, got that squared away. Probably going to put the marker lights and headlights in it sometime, maybe tomorrow.
Make it look nice.
Yeah, make it look like it's a Jeep again. I need to.
It's got the grill.
I should
so
really
that's all that
consider
matters.
ordering some taillight buckets.
Taillight buckets. Let me ask you what you mean by that.
So you can put your regular taillight back in, which is a plastic square taillight.
Yep.
But I'm out. Do you have any at home?
I might.
You might?
Mm-hmm.
If you got a set, I might use those. But if you don't have a set, then I may order the steel buckets. So you can put the square 81. What year did the Cherokee start?
Sure.
No, 84.
84.
84 to 96. Use a square taillight. So you can put any of those in there. Or you can buy a aftermarket steel bucket that accepts like 2 LEDs in it.
So the only dealings I've got is it's I think that's a 95. Is it a YJ? Yep. Would that be a YJ? 95 YJ?
What? Jesus.
I don't know Jeep stuff.
My God. What's in your backyard?
I don't know, 90 something YJ.
Okay. What is mine?
But it's a 95, isn't it?
Yours?
Yeah.
Is a YJ?
I think so.
In a 95?
Mm-hmm.
Mine's not.
Okay.
Mine's a shit box.
So that's what I'm saying. But the only dealings I've got is this. They're all shit boxes. Man, we're getting pissed the Jeep people off. That's the only dealing
mine's
I've
an
got.
XJ.
It's got, well, I know that, but this is the only dealings I've had.
I thought that's what you were saying. I thought you were asking mine was a 95 YJ.
I'm saying
like, what the hell?
How fucking stupid are you?
What's my username?
Who let you on this fucking podcast? You don't even know your ass on home ground. No, I'm saying the only dealings that I have with Jeep taillights is on the 95 YJ that I've worked on.
Now we're getting to
It's got the like square, like almost reminds me of like a trailer, like an old trailer fender. Uh-huh. So what I did on this one is, I don't know what the back, because you got the hatch where that's got the door. I literally took a hole saw and drilled a fucking hole in the back of that, and then used like a rubber grommet with an LED. Like they make some badass.
That's the cool way to do it.
Like integrated like lights.
Yep.
And it was like super simple.
Be nice if I had a full tub back there.
Well, that's what I didn't think you would have the room with that hatch. So that's why.
Well, it's not even that. It's that the hatch has the hatch comes down
Yep.
and I'm doing things with my hands. And those of you that know the back of an XJ, it comes down, it cuts in for the taillights, and then it goes straight down again. And so like you can put buckets in there to fill that out. So the quarter panel, everything back to
But it's
copacetic.
still a recessed thing.
No.
Oh, it's just like a steel bucket.
It's a steel bucket.
Okay.
Like it's not, it is the corner of your
I didn't
wheel
know if
now.
it's almost like you cut this out and like recess it in so that it's flush. But
Nope.
okay. You should have put the
Like,
cool
it's
bolt
flush,
on
but-
guards on it. You seen those?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Have you seen the new ones for the F-250 for the mirrors?
No.
So badass.
They actually make that? Of course.
You
they
brush
make
guards for
that.
the mirrors.
I'm sure some.
You didn't see that?
No, I
Dude, it's
didn't.
wonderful. Somebody took like the brush guard from the taillights
Oh,
and stuck it on the mirror. Like, look at these new brush guards for my mirror, dude. They're so badass.
I'm a little surprised somebody with a Cummins didn't come up with that first.
I think they have them on a set of on the
yeah,
Cummins.
I feel
Says
like
they work
you missed
great
it.
as long as you're in moose mode.
Loose mood. I love those mirrors though.
My favorite.
Like,
everybody talks so much
do
shit on the
they look like
internet.
shit? Yep.
Nope.
Can you see everything and anything behind you? Oh, yes.
Do they look like shit? Only when everybody that doesn't have them turned into haters are like, "Moo, you got a ghost trailer."
I think they're the nicest OEM tow mirror.
Yep. And you know what? I'll say it. I'll put it on record. I love the way they look. When they're flipped up, looks awesome.
I don't hate it.
Just be
But-
honest. Just put your
But
antlers
here's
out.
the thing, like,
I love how they work. I love how functional they are.
I'm a GM guy, and I think they have the worst tow mirrors on the market.
Yeah, they're like, meh.
Yep. Fords are nice.
I have them on mine. I don't mind my tow mirrors that are on my OBS. The new body style tow mirrors on the OBS.
They're not bad, but they're just not.
Not as good as
They're
the
not as good
as the
as
Mooses.
the Cummins.
Yeah.
Nope.
They're not sturdy.
Yeah.
But if I had,
Yeah, because
that's
every
for sure.
set I've had of the GM ones,
Yeah.
the glass shakes. I don't care if they're eBay, OEM, whatever. The glass shakes.
The glass shakes.
Every set I've had, I knocked one off on a service trip that I had previously, and got like, I'm sure it's the cheapest mirror that the body shop
this
could
is a
fucking
Dodge
buy.
mirror.
Yeah,
This is a Ram mirror.
and I'm sure it's the cheapest one that the
Yep.
body shop could buy. Put it on there so they can make the most profit off
Yep.
of our insurance company.
It sure would OEM mirror.
Oh, fuck no. And the glass was still tight. And I'm like,
Yep.
dude, I bought eBay shit for my GM tow mirrors, and the glass like falls the fuck out. I sent one of them back. I sent one set back because the glass, so you could move the fucking glass so far. I'm like,
Really?
this is ridiculous. I didn't even bolt them on the truck. They
Right
were
out
so
of the
bad.
box.
Yep.
Just junk.
And everybody's like, well, that's what you get for buying them on eBay. And I'm
Like,
like,
yeah, well, they
they're
don't make
like
them
$800 for an OEM set. And oh, by the way, those don't bolt onto my OBS Chevy.
Yep.
So I don't know. I like them.
I just like them. I love the functionality of them. And up until everybody started like getting all extra haterade on them, I liked them.
Well,
Like-
now the fact they're putting the LED light in the corner, like almost like a marker light kind of deal.
On the Dodge.
In the new ones, yeah,
Uh-huh.
they're badass. Then they're not
That's so
amber
cool.
either. I think they're clear with like a.
It's just
like
a genius
clear
design.
lens.
Like we'll make this mirror one length and then it'll just flip out and then it's a tow mirror.
and this
like,
is
just
something I
brilliant. Who
wonder.
came
I
up with
don't.
that?
I don't own one.
Which Tony at Fiat came up with that?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
What they need to do, and they might do this, I don't know, but if they don't, they need to. When you flip that mirror up, because they have
Yeah.
power folding ones, I believe.
Mhm.
I don't know for a fact.
I think we looked at some of those, didn't we?
I thought we did.
I don't know.
I don't know. Maybe it was
forget.
just power fold in and
You
not
would
like
think as much as
power
I've been
fold
looking at
up.
Rams lately, I would
You
know
would
this, but I'm not that new and I'm not that
So-
fancy.
Yeah, if what they could do, and I know they could do it because they do all kinds of other dumb shit. If
Yep.
they had a power fold up,
Yep.
like not fold in, but fold up, and follow me this way, you can preset your mirror settings for down and up.
Oh.
So you push like tow mirror mode.
Uh-huh.
Like, yes, I want a fucking tow mirror mode button that your tow mirrors
Moose-
fold.
it just says moose mode?
It's a picture of a moose. It's like literally a picture of a fucking moose. And it's like, what's this button? Oh, it's the tow mirror button.
It's the moose mode.
But your mirror
If
folds.
Dodge would embrace
oh,
that-
it's brilliant. Please cut us a check there.
Yeah.
Ram.
If Ram would embrace the moose and be like
Moose mode button.
and moose mode
Holy
button.
shit. The OEM just called out the internet. Like, fuck the
what?
internet. Now what?
Okay, you call it moose. It is a
Jeez.
moose. Now what? Like Moose Edition.
Come at
it
me
only
again.
comes. The mirrors only stay up.
I'm just saying they could do a nice brown two-tone
Matt's
moose
over here
mode.
shaking his head.
I just feel like this is a wormhole for all animal rights activists
Oh,
out there.
well, you know, they're going to take a number too because we got everybody else on this to sue us.
Get on the list. We'll start
Yeah.
writing your IOUs
We'll
today.
send you a post-it. But yeah, so if you had a power moose button where those, it just rolls off the tongue real
I'm
nice.
drinking. Quit that.
that mirror folded up
Yep.
and adjusted your mirror settings to a preset like from down. Because that's my biggest
Yeah.
bitch. That's why I always left mine up.
Oh,
Because you had to adjust your mirrors. And first of all, my door's manual windows. It's manual locks. People would come up to the passengers and like try to talk to them like, I ain't rolling my fat ass over the console. So
Yep.
you're going to walk around the truck. But then you have that like awkward, I'm going to sit here and look at you and go, nope, door's locked. What the hell? You got manual? Yeah.
Manual
It's
everything.
a 2012 with manual everything. Like
Yep.
you had to pay extra
It's a
for
work
that.
truck.
But yeah, if you could have a set button that would flip your tow mirrors up and change your mirror settings, that's pimp. I already have.
That'd be
I know
awesome.
on my GM right now, I've got a button that you can. It's got two settings that you can set the driver's seat,
Yeah.
the steering wheel in and out, and the pedals forward and backwards, and the mirror settings to two presets. So like when my wife drives my truck, she sets number 2. It moves the seat, moves the pedals, moves the steering wheel, moves the mirrors.
That's ridiculous.
Why can't you have a tow mode for that? I think that is so fucking badass.
Quick
I think
question.
awesome.
Ram,
Listen.
hit us up.
But do your spotter mirrors adjust electrically?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. No,
Ooh.
yours do currently?
No, mine, when I put it in reverse, they come down. I
But
can
you
turn
can't-
that on and off. I can turn
Yeah.
it to driver, passenger, or both, or none.
But they're manual unless
Yeah.
otherwise.
Yep.
Yeah, because I've never been in a pickup truck that has had.
Bring his gain up. Bring his mic in. Let him talk to it. Let him talk to us. Bring him up to 3 or bring him up to whatever.
Yeah, he's on.
Okay.
You're on the air with
Listen
the
to
Total
us.
Off-Road Getting
All
Suit
right,
podcast.
reiterate that. I don't know if they could hear you.
So I've never been in a pickup truck that has had tow mirrors on it that the spotter mirrors are electric.
Yeah.
So
No,
you
you're
can
right.
adjust them inside the pickup truck.
But
That'd
on
be
my truck
overly
now,
fancy.
I don't have the spotter mirrors.
What?
Yeah, there's just one mirror. Oh, hold on. The driver's mirror has a built-in wide angle, like one of those little
A
circle
bubble
things.
in it. Yeah, I think
but
so.
it's built into the glass.
Yes, it's
trippy
convex
as
into
fuck.
the.
It's been hard to get used to.
I bet.
But to your point, the spotter mirror from that on the Cummins or the Ford, both they're not power. It's just the top glass is the power.
Yeah.
Which I don't know why. I guess it's just more room that you'd have to put a bigger, a motor. You got to, I don't know. That
I
spotter
feel like
mirror is
it'd be
usually
an
only
extra
like
button.
1.5 tall, so you'd have to put a motor behind that. But all I'm saying is I don't understand why you couldn't push a button and your tow mirror flips up and it pre-adjusts your mirror
I don't see why they
settings.
couldn't do it.
I think that'd be
They
so
have the
fucking
stuff to
cool.
do it. Yeah. That'd
And,
be
and
sweet.
then, please, for the love of everything holy, make it a moose on
Mode.
the button.
Oh, that'd be so wonderful.
They would literally just like the OEM
just- yeah.
middle finger to the entire, not like a certain group on the internet,
all of it.
all the internet.
Everything on the internet minus the people that own Rams.
God,
You just give everybody the
you
middle
have
finger.
to do the truck sells itself.
Yeah.
Do you have a truck with a moose mirror
my
button? Yes, I do.
Moose mode button.
God, it's like moose
Dude.
mode equipped.
I feel like we stumbled onto something.
Can we email somebody a
Oh, yeah.
Ram?
We have the power.
Let's do that.
You want to do it? Just send them a thing
we'll
like,
just tag Ram trucks
Listen.
in this.
listen.
You're gonna shit yourself when they come out with that in like 2 years. We're gonna go, what the
Moose
fuck
mode.
was that?
And we're going to need the button, like the surround on the button is going to need to say Total Off-Road Podcast.
No, for every button they sell with a moose on it, we get like $5. Hell, $1. I don't care.
$1's fine.
50 cents. Hell, give us a penny. It's more than we're getting now.
This is true. Stop selling yourself short. We're worth at least 50 cents a button.
50 cents a button.
50 cents. I mean, they're going to sell them for like $90 some a
yeah.
button.
Yeah, OEM price.
Yeah, OEM price. So cut
I
us
just-
a little bit.
I mean,
50
no
cents a
bullshit.
button.
I think that'd be an awesome feature to push a button and have your toe.
You know
mirrors
what?
fill
Moose
up.
mode's easy to say. Let's say buck a button.
Buck a button.
Buck a button and moose mode.
Because riddle me this, Batman. The Fords also that you can pre-program your trailer in now. You measure your trailer length and all this shit. You can pre-program your trailer so that when you do like backing up and all that crap, it's all pre-programmed in there. So why couldn't your mirrors be pre-programmed in for your like, oh, I'm hauling trailer 1,
Oh my gosh.
sets my mirrors to my boat.
Dude.
Trailer 2, my lawnmower trailer. Trailer 3, my
Camper.
enclosed camper.
Oh
Or
my
enclosed
God.
trailer for my buggy. Number 4, camper. I don't know.
How many presets you can put on there?
I don't own any of
All
that.
of them. 17
I own,
presets.
I own
Yeah, but
one
they
trailer.
Just like the radio,
yeah.
10 presets. You got 10 trailers.
Yeah. But I think Ford, you can do up to 4, I believe.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. But
So,
you gotta measure the whole trailer out, and then it'll do the whole pro back.
Dude, yeah,
it'll back your truck up and
the
shit.
pro back.
Shit, if you were a pro backer, you wouldn't need a fucking knob. It's a knob. It's not a button. It's a knob.
It's a knob.
It's a knob.
I don't get that. Like, it's if you can do the knob, why can't you do the steering wheel?
It doesn't equate. The knob equates for the reverse feature. You know, the whole like, if you put your hand on the bottom of the steering wheel, it's like you're driving backwards. Right. The knob equates for that. That's a hard concept for people. I don't want to call anybody out, but like, that's
can
pretty
you still
fucking
like
ignorant.
over knob? Can you still like overturn?
I bet it freaks out when it gets beyond a certain degree. So like, you know that
because it knows what the trailer's doing.
Yeah, because you have to pre-program in the back of the trailer the length and width and all this shit.
So it's using the sensors on the back bumper then probably.
Oh, I'm sure it is
to check where the angle of the trailer is.
To check what the angle, because I'm sure it's some calculation. If this sensor is X amount of distance and this is X amount of distance, it's an angle.
That's super cool. I mean, I bet they still can't back up as fast as Matt or I, but whatever.
Dude, how cool would like cars parallel park themselves? Would they parallel park a trailer?
I've done that before.
I've done that before.
Yeah, but
No,
to
wait,
the point, I want the truck to do it for you.
You autopilot parked the trailer before?
No, I didn't.
You just like
well, it was like autopilot.
You sank in reverse, stood on the gas, is like, Jesus, take the wheel.
And parallel park my trailer and truck at Starbucks or some shit.
Yep.
I think it'd be cool.
He did it with a 40-foot grain trailer, though.
I'm going to call you a girl. I'm going to be like, oh, you don't know how to back up a trailer, but
it's
cool.
It's cool technology.
It's cool as shit.
It is.
Like,
it's
I was
neat.
the first one to be like, that's stupid as hell. I'm like, yeah, but there's sometimes you just like to push a button.
Yeah. Hold on, I'm trying to drink a beer.
Yeah, hold on. Quit making me drive this truck. I'm trying to drink and drive. Dude, no shit, though.
I'm at the lake. I need to open a beer.
So the wife has a new Corolla.
Yep.
I almost said Camry. It's a Corolla.
Yep.
It's got the
pimp.
lane departure.
Yes.
It's got some all kinds of fucking
got
awesome
the I'll
shit.
drive for you minus you sitting in the
Dude,
seat.
I was okay. For the record, I was not doing this, but for the record, I was
Mexico.
doing this. Yeah, let's go with that. If you put the lane departure and the radar cruise on, going down the highway,
you just sit back and
dude,
do your gramming.
No, because this is what happens. It's smart enough to know better.
It starts ping ponging.
If you let go of the steering wheel, this thing has it has some shit that it does lane departure, but it also does like some self-centering in the lane. So it centers itself, and then as soon it's some formula because it doesn't matter on distance. It's how often it has to correct. So on a straight road, you don't have to touch it very often, but eventually it tells you to put your hands back on the steering wheel. So if you put some pressure on the steering wheel,
put your hands,
back on the wheel. I got beer to drink. I don't have time to hold your steering wheel. So if you let go of the steering wheel on a straight road, it'll be a while. I mean, we're talking like a mile or two of no corrections because it tracks pretty straight. So then you come up on a car, you literally have to, if you don't use your turn signal, it gets pissed off. But if you use your turn signal and change lanes, it'll grab the car that's passing you and speed you back up to your preset speed.
What?
Then you use your turn signal, get back over, it'll run 80 mile an hour, and that fucking thing will drive down the center of the lane. And then eventually it's going to be like, stupid, put your hand back on the steering wheel and drive the damn car.
We had no input for the last 2 miles.
It freaks out
still alive?
when you get to like an exit and the line, because it uses the line. So when that line goes to the right, it's like, I don't know what the fuck to do. I don't know what the fuck to do. And it's kind of like,
lane just got twice the size.
Yeah.
It just holds you right in the lane, takes you through the median.
But you're driving fast enough that by the time that it freaks out and you catch the line that comes back, it's like, okay, never mind. I got this.
Okay.
It's so badass.
So
it's
mom has that
standard on a Toyota Camry.
Mom has that on her 17 Acadia.
Yep.
And dad's like, yeah, it works good, except for you let off the wheel and all of a sudden it'll start drifting and then it'll catch itself and it'll pull it back.
Yep.
And then it'll start drifting the other way and catch itself. He's like, that's all great. And all of a sudden it'll start ping-ponging.
Pinging. Yeah.
Just ding, 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 ding. He's like, it'll keep doing that faster, faster. And all of a sudden it'll say, take the wheel.
Please drive the car. And that's what this does, except it's more sensitive because it's not just lane departure. It's like seeing the edges of the lane via radar.
So yours doesn't ping pong?
No. Yeah. Because it works to keep you in the center of the lane. Yeah. So, I mean, it essentially is bouncing back and forth.
But very slightly.
But it's a very smaller window because it's trying to not only just keep you in the lane, it's trying to keep you in the center of the lane. This shit, and it's not like I knew it didn't exist. It's dumber than shit in theory. When you drive this car, dude, I cannot wait to take that car on a road trip because it's like, I don't want to say effortless driving, but it's effortless driving. Right. Radar cruise, the adaptive speed cruise is I always thought it was dumber than shit until
No.
you use it. It's awesome. That car is so relaxing to drive because it's not that you don't have to pay attention. You just don't like if I'm going to follow you on a road trip. I just set the cruise and hit a button and it literally matches your speed.
Follow you.
It is.
I just set
awesome.
the cruise on 90 and get it behind you and just let it ride.
I just let it eat, and as fast as you want to go, I'll follow you in my Corolla.
Bet.
I may or may not have. I don't know if I hit 90 there or not. I definitely had it faster than. I don't know what it tops out at.
Yeah.
Shouldn't let me drive it because I drive it like a fucking go-kart.
Nice.
So, but yeah, it's
right.
some cool stuff.
As you guys may have noticed, we're not drinking anything today. Just drinking some water.
I got Dr. Pepper.
Oh, you got Dr. Pepper?
Yeah,
I got Dr. Pepper over there in my Sonic
I'm
cup.
out of Dr. Pepper,
We're
which
not gonna
means we
drink
need to
anything
shut
today.
this down so I can get another Dr. Pepper.
Ooh, another Dr. Pepper. We're going to wrap this up. Hey, are we announcing?
Oh, I completely how did we forget about that?
I don't know. I was going to put it in the beginning.
Yeah, we have time. Let's announce it.
Why don't we just wrap this one up and we'll read it.
When do you want to
re-record it?
start it?
Huh?
When do you want to start it?
Before this comes out?
Okay.
Tomorrow. Today? What's today? February 1st?
We got to announce it.
Today.
Then we'll start it.
Okay.
Start it.
Okay.
We'll start it. We're going to start it in the future.
Maybe we'll move this section around in here.
Yeah.
So I kind of wanted to do it at the beginning. What do you think?
I don't really care if it matters.
Okay.
Hold on. Watch this.
All right. So we are going to wrap this up. Tune in next week for swag info. We got that coming to you. And you can find us on, I don't have any notes for it. I got nothing.
If you don't know it, we're now on Facebook.
We're now on Facebook.
Total Off-Road Podcast. I got you. We can say it at the same time and hold hands and go, ooh.
And also on YouTube, Total Off-Road Podcast on YouTube. Basically, if you type our name in on any of the platforms, we should come up. On Instagram, it's total_offroad_podcast. You can find Ian's personal at offroad_Ian. You can find my personal at low_KEE_XJ. And is that everything? Is that all of our socials?
Yep.
Give us a like, share, follow.
Comments.
Rate us.
We want comments.
We didn't read any rate or any man, we really botched this episode
but
up.
To be fair, we do have some cool ideas coming up to kind of because comments and feedback really helps us lets us know what you like or don't like. Yep. We ain't perfect.
And it brings us up in the ratings, so it gets us higher up to the top.
So we've got a cool couple ideas coming that we're going to try to do. We're not really sure the details quite yet, but we're going to do some cool giveaways specifically related to
off-road.
Off-road. That and for the reviews.
Yeah.
So we're going to do like a review giveaway. And then we also have some other giveaways with some off-road companies that we're planning and working on.
So get on Spotify, get on Apple iTunes, go rate us, leave us a review. We're going to pick reviews to read next week. We're also going to work out a giveaway with the reviews. So
it's going to be cool. I promise you're not going to want to miss it.
Give us that 20 to 90 seconds and leave us a review. We need it. We love it. We want to hear from you guys. And we'll catch you on the trail.